I think Fauci would say we didn't know everything. Similarly, the people who didn't want to be vaccinated could say the same thing. We don't know everything. I'm uncomfortable with this. But the way LAUSD and the school, I've been at treated people and the verbiage around it after they were fired was if you die, you deserve to be dead. Not everybody said that. I've heard a couple of teachers talk that way. I'm sure you've heard a couple of teachers talk that way.
Hey there, we're back. Pod and Deliver. Today, Ruben, we're looking at we're looking at an article in the Washington Examiner titled Biggest School District in California Voted to End COVID-19 Vaccine Mandate for Staff. As you know, Ruben, a couple of years ago, I know LAUSD and other districts as well around the country decided to have some mandates regarding the vaccines, the COVID-19 vaccine, and staff were expected to take the vaccine. Many did, not all. And with LAUSD, 500 people actually didn't take the vaccine, and they were let go, or they taught remotely, right? And so distant learning. And so with that, after 2 years, they decided to go. The district decided with a 6-1 vote in the board, they decided to go ahead and rescind that mandate. It was 6-1. Jackie Goldberg's the president. She actually said she voted yes reluctantly, which I had a little issue with because I feel like if you're going to say yes, make it a yes. If you say no, it's a no. But she's the president of the board, and she said, "Hey, reluctantly yes." And then one of the students on the board, or the only student on the board, basically didn't vote at all. She abstained, but there was only one member that said no. But Ruben, this has been very controversial. As you know, I know at your school you had some teachers that were dismissed because they didn't take the vaccine, and I don't think the district, or at least our district, really thought about it because the word mandate's pretty strong, and there were some teachers who had religious and some medical exemptions, but the district didn't accept them, so they let him go. I know we have friends that have were affected by this, and there are some lawsuits that are going on right now, and I believe they're going to be successful. Because we see that happening in New York, where the teachers who were let go are being successful in their lawsuits. And the sad part is the kids are going to be the ones who suffer because financially we're going to be paying out, or at least our district will be paying out these teachers that they let go 2 years ago. They're going to be paying them 2 years worth of salary where that money could have went somewhere else. But these are things that I feel like, and I give the responsibility back to the district that they didn't really think this out clearly. And whenever you do a mandate, you better, actually, I would say, I can't think of a reason why to have a mandate. And in this case, I think they blew it. They blew it 2 years ago, and now we're having a consequence with it. And anyway, Ruben, I guess I get a little upset with it because I think of the people it affected. And now we're looking at COVID-19 vaccines as not being that, if you listen to CDC, they're coming out and saying things like mask, well, we're thinking maybe they were not as effective. And also the actual vaccine help 90% or 80%, 70%, it's going down regarding how effective it was. And now we're finding out that was really not effective. But we made people take this vaccine. So I'm a little upset about it just because of the people I know who were affected by it. But how about you, Ruben? What do you think about this?
I might have said this in the past. I probably have. So I will say this again. For people who might, I think these videos, these news item videos that we do are our biggest watched videos. Unless you're in Bollywood or if you're in India, then those videos
we're big in India.
We're big in India. But other than the Bollywood videos that we do, these news items get a lot of hits. So I will say this. First of all, I'm vaccinated. I'm not going to ask you about your opinion about vaccines. But I think you're vaccinated too, but I'm vaccinated, and I've said this before. I think it helped me and protected me, but do I know? I don't know that. I can't wave a wand and produce evidence that proved. I've never gotten COVID, but I don't know if that's because I got the vaccine. There's people who have the vaccine who've gotten COVID, but leaving that aside, I feel like the way the districts treated people without vaccines has been graceless, has been just awful. And the verbiage around people who were uncomfortable with the vaccine And, the fog of war, we're in the middle of it. Well, we don't know, I think Fauci would say we didn't know everything. Similarly, the people who didn't want to be vaccinated could say the same thing. We don't know everything. I'm uncomfortable with this. But the way LAUSD and the school, I've been at treated people, and the verbiage around it after they were fired was, if you die, you deserve to be dead. Not everybody said that. I've heard a couple of teachers talk that way. I'm sure you've heard a couple of teachers talk that way.
I heard some really ugly things.
It wasn't the public statement of my school. They didn't use that verbiage, but the graceless way of dismissing people. And then some people talking like you deserve to die if you don't wear a mask. I wore a mask. I think it protected me. I got vaccinated, but I'm not going to judge people like that because we don't know everything. I was really disappointed in the school districts. Of course, you and I have friends who have lost their jobs. I have a friend who lost his home, had to move to Florida. The devastation of being disconnected because they can't afford the same lifestyle living in California without the same job. It's very heartbreaking to hear some of these from some of my friends. I want to point out that this ruling from LAUSD, now that LAUSD says, sorry, for firing you, they can't get their job back. There's no reinstate. We can only hire you for open positions.
That's
you
correct.
can't get your job back. So, I mean,
although I think that a court could mandate. I mean, I'm using the word mandate. A court definitely could tell the district, hey, you need to rehire these people. Now, a lot of these people have gone on to different states, to other jobs. So Jake, technically, it's maybe a moot.
Jake, they've already said that they have to rehire. What I said was they don't get their particular position back.
Right.
It's just reinstatement into LAUSD.
Right. Well, not they're actually on this article. They said that they're going to try to, but that necessarily not everybody. Like you said, not everybody's gonna get their old job back. Yeah.
Open positions. We're hiring you for the open position.
There you go. That's right.
No, they did not say they get their job back.
No, you're right. They don't. You're right.
How they get their job back? Somebody's already there. Yeah. You're gonna have to fire that person.
Yeah, that's not right.
That's immoral. So it's a very bad situation and disappointment all around. Are you asking, is this a good thing? Too little, too late. Yeah. I hope within the lawsuits, they at least recoup their losses. I'm not trying to cripple LAUSD and these other school districts who made these decisions, but let's have them recoup their losses at least. Anyway, that's it.
No, thanks, Rube. I agree with you. At least the recouping. At the same time, I feel bad that the kids, I really do. I mean, we financially have to take a hit. Every time our district gets sued, we take a hit. And this is going to be a big one. This is going to be a big one. I mean, and they probably nobody wants to talk about it. Even this. It took me a while to find this article because I knew it happened this week, because it's not, they don't want to promote like, oh yeah, well, in a way we made a mistake or we should have done this. And we know that the mandates should be rescinded because you know what, we don't know everything about COVID, and 2 years later we still don't know everything about it. And so with that, Ruben, I just want to, you want to work at a place where you're encouraged and you feel like the people above you are making some good decisions, but when they don't really think it out, then you're a little discouraged. But with that, I want to just thank you for coming on with us this week with this episode. And we hope to see you soon on Pod and Deliver. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.